Moment of truth. So now, go ahead and delete that factory talk view again and get that paste going. All right. Now if we come over here, oh, look at that loveliness there. So I'm not seeing any of those packets that we were not supposed to see over here now. And looks like our VLAN separation is working still. So I can talk to station 2, but I cannot talk to station 3. Now, if you were watching earlier this week, I was really struggling with my drives dropping out. So last week's training class, we were doing some upgrades on station 1 down there. And I needed to just copy a file. And typically we would put on a hard drive, but this time I just copied it over the network. And when I started that copy, all the drives started faulting. In fact, they faulted just like you were to unplug the cable on them. They were coming up with F73 faults. And so we did some Wireshark captures on it and found out I was definitely seeing that traffic that was supposed to be going to station 1 over here on station 6. And I did post about it, and wow, you guys, y'all were really good at this. And I think the big lesson of what everybody said was no one should be using unmanaged switches today, because y'all reamed me really hard. It's got to be unmanaged switches. Well, no, Josh Vargas had already reamed me on that years ago, and we removed every unmanaged switch for this place. So we needed some reinforcements on this one, and yeah, Josh came through for us. A little bit about what was going on there was really, I was on Wi-Fi at the time, and I was coming into this switch, and that should have been routing that packet to station 1. And that part was definitely working. The file was getting there. But we were actually seeing that traffic over here on station 6. And that's what we went through earlier this week, was how to set up that port mirroring to figure that out. And if we go into the big green switch that was in the middle, really we have 6 VLANs configured. We have our primary VLAN, and then we have one between station 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8, and then 9's on its own. And this is mainly so we can learn a little bit about segmentation in the PLC training class. Now, in addition to that setup, I had set up our port-based VLAN, and I did have that assigned correctly. That worked wonderfully. As far as me as a basic PLC programmer going communications to active, it only showing the devices I wanted to show, and I thought everything was good. But there was a little more configuration to this switch that I missed, and here's where, you know, we all have our own lanes. I'm a PLC programmer. I'm not going to be able to know all about networking. I needed Josh Vargas with traceroute, and here's what he came up with. There's a little bit more that I needed to do to make this work. First, over here, I needed to go to private VLAN, and I had these VLANs just set up as a dash, or pretty much not assigned. These needed to be a community VLAN, and what that means is these are going to be able to talk to each other within their VLAN, but they can also talk to the primary VLAN. That was the first thing I missed, and I assigned that at VLAN 1 to make all those the primary. And then under system and then ports, configuration, on all the ones that I did want everything to be able to access, I needed to switch from a PVLAN host to the PVLAN promiscuous. After those few simple changes, all of the excess packets disappeared over here on station 6. And, you know, we have servo exercises that always the network seems a little bit slower than it should have been. So I'm really curious how that works out this training week. Which, speaking of training, this right here is the link to TraceRouteCon, which I'll be at again this year, October 7th through 8th in Plano, Texas. Because clearly I need some remedial networking classes. But really, I learned so much of it from Josh Vargas's TraceRouteCon about industrial networking, the OT part of networking, and that is different than the IT networking that you see so many classes on. So hope to see you there, and yeah, thank you very much, Josh.